Alright. Can you actually hear me? Does this work? Can you see the game? If someone's around, just let me know if this works. Because my preview is frozen for some reason. Let's go here. I think this should work now. Okay, nice. Let's just get the dock going. Alright, nice to know. Alright, so you should be able to see and hear now. Just need to tune the audio down a bit so the music isn't so loud in the game, so you can hear me nice and clear. Okay, there we go. Let's just set up. Just one thing that I need to put on. Stats. There we go. Okay, so it's been a while. Last time I've been streaming, it was the playoff round, so top 12, I think. And today, we're down to the top 4 in the semifinals. It's PNE.Blue versus BROS.Red. The match hasn't started yet, so we're still warming up. Don't get confused by the scores. This should honestly be the closer and stronger of the two semifinals, just because, well, unfortunately, we weren't really prepared for Dream Team, and we didn't really have the level to compete against them either. But these two teams are very high in skill. Both of them have great, consistent players, and I really hope we're gonna see something really good out of these players tonight. So PNE.Blue's lineup, just to quickly summarize, is Spyder, Kezz, Mew, Panda, Ercrol, and Blitze. For BROS.Red, I think it's Raptor, Tsuna, Kush, Valmara, Fenrir, and Shiro, I think. And there might still be a player I forgot. Hopefully I didn't. Just remind me if I'm still missing someone. So here on the server, I guess not every member of Bros is here yet, but oh well, they'll be around shortly. So the map pack for tonight, in case you didn't see it on Removic stream yesterday, is going to be this map comes last, Flat Nickel by Fluff. Then there's also honestly, I genuinely forgot what the map pack is. I played it yesterday and I've already forgotten. But it's, I think, Truo's map. Do Not Thank Me. It's, I think, Emerald by Dopamine. And the last map should be... I really need to take a look at the map list, honestly. And yeah, Citadel by Willy. So we're gonna start with Citadel. It's a really, really nice map. Decoration especially. In general, the maps are not that difficult, I think. All the players here should really be able to put on the highest possible level on them, and I really don't think this is going to be decided by a difference in level. I think Bros have enough quality players that you really aren't going to win for free here as PNE. But at the same time, yeah, small advantage in skill to PNE, but if they don't play consistently, they're not going to be able to take the win against BROS.Red. So the last year, actually, it was again PNE.Blue versus BROS.Red, and BROS.Red actually won to go to the finals, although, to be fair, that was not the same system. Last year, PNE went with 2 equal lineups. This year, PNE.Blue is the A team, so the best possible players from PNE. So now I guess is the first real test for this team. We need to see if they're going to be competitive against DTR, what we can expect for the finals, and of course the team that loses today faces us, PNE.Orange, in the small final. That in itself should be pretty interesting, and I think we're skipping to get started with the match. Map number 1, Citadel by Willy Gamer, who's not playing for Bros this year. He has contributed several maps to the tournament though, and this one, well, this one might be the best one he's done yet. Really nice map. and the decoration is absolutely top-notch. I think he said he spent about 30 hours mapping this one, and you can really see that the effort was... you can really see the effort on this map. We have 2 warm-ups, then the players are going to get started, and we are going to see what the lineup is. So Erc and Blitze are going out. This leaves Panda, Spyder, Mew, and Kezz as the PNE.Blue lineup. Very, very strong lineup. Potentially the strongest 4 you can assemble, depending on how you view it. Meanwhile, for BROS.Red, it's going to be Fenrir, Raptor, Tsuna, and Kush. Incredibly strong team there as well. Tsuna, Kush, and Raptor, very strong 3-man unit. Their consistency and skill are both extremely impressive. And they'll be able to be a worthy contender, I think, against PNE.Blue, especially if PNE have some consistency issues. I think BROS.Red can really start stacking up the rounds. Deft is for definite. Not really, no. Deft is just for deft. Although, yeah, I do have that tick. So you see here, the no drift in lap 2, you want to do it in lap 2 as well, because it gives you a lot of speed heading into this straight line. You can really carry over all of that speed later on. Pretty consistent, actually, warm-up from the PNE.Blue members. Perhaps a preview of their performance. I'd be glad to see it, as Panda just pieces out in that corner, auto-drifting his way. Let's see what the warm-up time here is. It is 1:25.8. That's really nice, actually. DTR's times were regularly 1:25.7 yesterday on people like Rozzy, so that's pretty competitive, honestly. And if PNE prepare well, you can see that the level should be absolutely competitive with Dream Team. But before they go face Dream Team, they have to beat BROS.Red, and last year that was definitely a challenge. BROS.Red should not be underestimated. I think from the qualifying event to now, there is a good case for them being the definite 3rd strongest team in this tournament, just because that combination of Raptor, Tsuna, and Kush is so strong. They're always well trained, and beating them really requires the whole team to step up and just beat them on pure skill, because otherwise you're going to have a really hard time dealing with them. Fenrir with a bit of a mistake. Wouldn't want to do that in an actual round. Fortunately, this is still a warm-up. We're just looking at the level of the players, and as you can see, 4 to 5 players so close together here. This is some of the absolute best NASCAR players in existence fighting together. Ah, Spyder, that was a bit too aggressive. Hopefully it doesn't repeat the same mistake in the round. We're going to tune into Raptor as he trails Kezz, and as you can see, having a better exit on that straight means you can make up large deficits very easily, and you can also carry that speed over, as Raptor just demonstrates. So very important to get the lap 2 start right. It's a bit risky. You can definitely auto drift. A lot of things that can go wrong on this map. It is simple in design, but it is absolutely brutal to drive at the highest level, and we hope to see a lot of 125 times. Will Raptor do one? Yes! 125.7, meeting the level of DTR. So everybody here came to play, and I think this might be the best match we've seen thus far. I hope you're all here to enjoy it with me. Grab your popcorn, grab your drinks, and don't miss anything. This is going to be a banger. Second warm-up ends, and we're underway live. SNC 2022 Citadel. Bros Willy Gamer made this map. You would expect BROS.Red to have the home field advantage here. Let's tune into Raptor, see if there are any early mistakes. I think that might have been Spyder falling slightly further behind, but it looks like all 8 players survived the start. Spyder trailing them by a bit though. Only 1/10 of a second though means it can be recovered. But look at the consistency. 7 players in front, barely separated. Fenrir makes the first mistake. And Tsuna falls slightly behind, so PNE.Blue with the advantage, definitely heading into the end of lap 1, but this is where you can lose a lot of time with a suboptimal line. Let's see what's going on. Currently in the lead, Raptor and Kush putting it together at an insane pace, but Tsuna and Fenrir aren't there to match. Let's see, start of lap 2. There is opportunity aplenty for auto drifts here. Can they no drift well? Yes, they can. Look at the level. No more mistakes at this level in the SNC. This is just top-notch NASCAR competition. Spyder trying to defend the 6th place and the round against Tsuna. Fenrir, unfortunately, too far behind for him to count, but Spyder might have touched the curb there. Isn't slowed down, though. Does manage to save himself. Kush still with the overall lead, but with Mew and Panda up there, you would think this is a PNE.Blue round. Small mistake from Tsuna means Fenrir will be catching up. Let's see what happens in the end. Let's tune into the front. It looks like a mistake from PNE.Blue, and Kush and Raptor have position 1 and 2, but look at that last corner from Mew. Oh my, that is beautiful. It might just save the round for PNE.Blue. Kush takes the round with a 125.7, but Mew and Raptor right behind them. And after everything, looks to me like it's a PNE round, and they'll restart. They'll restart because they forgot to reset the points. So now that we have the technical difficulties out of the way, you just witnessed a banger of a round, and that was the first point for PNE.Blue. I'm not sure if we're going to count that round because of the technical difficulties, but PNE.Blue won that round 19 points to 17. It's as close as you'd like it, and the times are already on the level of what DTR showed yesterday, so the level today is absolutely staggering. Mew saves himself barely from committing an early mistake. Fenrir again looks to be in the back, and this time Raptor joins him from the back. So this is not looking all that great for BROS.Red. They need to hope for PNE.Blue to drop the ball a bit on their level or maybe make a mistake. But so far, it's not coming. And with Tsuna, Raptor, and Fenrir in the bottom, this isn't looking good for BROS.Red. Let's see if something changes in lap 2, and that's a mistake from Mew. He'll be dropping that position. Kezz then makes a mistake. This is the chance for BROS.Red to complete the comeback. However, Kezz does stay on the map, so there is still a chance for him to fight. Tsuna, Kush, and Panda don't have the best exit speed. Kezz and Fenrir are quickly catching up. Mew is unfortunately behind Raptor, but there is still a chance for him to recover from this. Can he do it, though? What's going on at the front? Spyder leading from Kush, from Kezz, Fenrir in 4th position. But now he's also fallen behind Panda, and Kush is losing a bit of speed. What will happen at the end? Optimal lines. Kush might get overtaken by Kezz and Panda, which should secure the PNE round. Tsuna also touching the curb, and that's the end of it all. Spyder, 125.6, best time so far. And it's an easy PNE.Blue round. I'm not sure if that's now 1-0 or 2-0, so we need to figure that out. But what a time from Spyder. 125.6 is 125.7s. This is just incredible level we're seeing here. These two teams are closely matched. DTR might have had an advantage in skill, but this time neither PNE.Blue nor BROS.Red can have it for free. Is that an early mistake from Kush? It looks like it is. Kush, Fenrir, and Raptor, they're far behind early. This means PNE.Blue can probably try to take a bit of a safer route, as it is also harder to regain that lost speed if you miss it in the straight. There aren't a lot of places on this map where you can accelerate freely. You have to keep your speed all throughout the map to have the best possible times, and right now it's looking like a PNE ace. The only person denying it at the moment is Kush, but Spyder makes a mistake. He lets them pass. He's now in 8th place. Panda, Kezz, and Mew need to defend, not do anything wrong. But Kush with a mistake. This might mean that Spyder overtakes, but Spyder is doing the full drift. This is not the no drift. He's going to lose so much speed, and look at that. Panda also makes a mistake. Now Kezz and Mew have to finish 1-2, or Spyder has to make an overtake. Otherwise, it's looking like a BROS.Red round. PNE had the round served to them with early BROS.Red mistakes, but they managed to recover it. Let's see what happens. Can Spyder bring it back? Does he have the speed? I don't quite think he does, and Mew has fallen behind. This is a BROS.Red round in the making, unless a terrible thing happens in the end. But with Kezz's mistake, it is secured. PNE.Blue showing that you can't take this team easily. Although the times are not the fastest, 126.0 on the level of PNE.Orange, but it is enough to secure the round because PNE.Blue have made too many mistakes and BROS.Red equalize immediately. 1-1. So far, PNE.Blue definitely seem to have a small advantage in level. They make these small mistakes less rarely, but they do make big mistakes quite often, and when they do, BROS.Red will not allow them to take the round unpunished. So this is going to be a great battle where PNE.Blue's consistency will be tested. They have to do it now if they want a chance against Dream Team. On paper, on skill, they have the chance to compete, but can they do it every round? Rozzy and Devil's consistency yesterday absolutely showing that it's not just about the level, it's about doing it 7 times in a row, and that they can absolutely do it. To fight the Danish Dynamites, to fight Rozzy, they need to show their best, and we're hoping to see that tonight. Again, advantage PNE.Blue after lap 1, but can they protect their advantage? This time, Spyder has the no drift, which means he won't be falling behind like last lap. Mew, Kezz, and Panda far in front. Looks pretty good to me. But their lead isn't great. If they make mistakes, they will still lose this round. Spyder almost touching the outside curb. He is still safe, but he's behind the members of Bros. So he can't really get those security points you want at the end. He might be able to pip Raptor to the finish line, but it's not a guarantee. Look at this. 8 players in 3/10 of a second. Have you ever seen a level this good? Looks like a mistake from PNE. Can they actually save the round? I still think it's a PNE round. And with Panda and Mew saving it 125.7, 125.8, it is 2-1 PNE.Blue. What a level. Half a second for 8 players. This is the best action you're going to see other than the grand finals coming next week. And now we have to decide who's getting into those grand finals. Round number 4, I believe, on this map. We fight, of course, until one team scores 7 points. Let's see what happens this time. Who has the advantage from the outset? Again, very clean start from PNE.Blue. Slightly less clean, but still very high level from BROS.Red. Let's see how it goes as we approach the end of lap 1. Into the banked corner, most people preferring to full drift this corner, but the exit speed really matters as you do carry it over until the end. Fenrir in the lead, putting in a massive performance for his team. Not one of the main carries, perhaps, for not a name that comes to mind, but his skill is undeniable. And look at this. He's 1.5 of a second ahead of Panda. Tsuna also in the lead. BROS.Red might just win this round on skill alone, but not if Spyder and Kezz have anything to say about it. They'll be competing with them until the end. Looks like Mew has made a mistake. He's going to be locked into last place, which means Spyder, Kezz, and Panda need to defend themselves. BROS.Red, so few mistakes from them. Look at this. Look at the consistency of the squad. Look at the fact they can bring that level and they barely fuck up at all. Ah, damn, I'm sorry. I should have put on the mature audience's warning. Sorry about that if you are sensitive to that, but looks like Spyder, Panda, and Kezz should be able to defend this round despite Mew's mistake. It's looking like a really good level from Spyder and Panda in particular. 125.8 from the both of them, and it is another PNE.Blue round. 3-1. 15 of you watching and everybody of you in the chat, thank you so much for tuning in. Just enjoy the spectacle here with me. I hope I can bring it to life. Wilmy Gamer could have played for Bros. I'm not sure why he isn't playing, but he would only make the team more fearsome. But even as they are, just BROS.Red are an incredible team and a worthy adversary for the top 4 matches. You can see their consistency, but unfortunately to fight PNE.Blue, to fight DTR, you also need to have that little something, that extra elite level of play that is very hard to find anywhere else. The concentration of talent in these top 2 teams just so goddamn huge. It is very hard to match them. But moving on from that into round number 5, Mew falling behind. We're tuning into Kush as he tries to follow up. I think Mew is still in the round. However, he is last heading into lap 2. Was that a big mistake from someone? No, it wasn't. It was just lag. Spyder, Panda, and Kezz, though. Look at the level on them. They're just leading every round. They're so clean. Elite level round after round. Fenrir, Tsuna, and Raptor, they are there, but with Kush's mistake allowing Mew to overtake him, and with Mew being close and with the 3 in the lead, you would think this is a PNE.Blue round. However, Mew betrays me immediately by making a mistake. Still, he should be able to fight Kush for that 7th place to secure that extra point, but as it stands, that's a huge mistake coming in from, who was that? I think that might have been Tsuna. First major mistake of the run for him, showing that this map can kill. But Spyder, Panda, and Kezz, dominating performance. Spyder with a 125.5. Panda 125.6. This is even faster than Razi. My god, what is this level? They came to play. Looked a bit shaky in round number 2, but now it's a 4-1 lead and it's just rapidly opening. Spyder and Panda, 31 team points, 30 team points. What a performance from the two. Absolutely asinine level. Raptor, unfortunately, with a bit of a shaky performance. Only 14 team points. Perhaps considered the strongest player of the Bros lineup, but this time it is Kush, Fenrir, and Tsuna that are putting it up. Thanks for the reminder, Devil. 558, okay, so he's still 15 thousandths of a second short. We'll keep that in mind. In the meantime, though, it looks like Spyder might finally be looking at the pack from behind. Did Tsuna make a mistake? No, he didn't. It's just a bit of a blip on the radar, just a tenth of a second. Kezz with the first mistake, so advantage BROS.Red. If Raptor and Tsuna can catch up to the pack, this is still competitive. Mew makes a mistake. We're seeing a repeat of round 2. Just as I praised them for their regularity, PNE.Blue start to make mistakes. And this time, Kezz and Mew are far behind. Panda and Spyder would have to finish top 2. They are helped a little bit. Kush makes a mistake, and Kezz should be able to overtake him. I'm not sure if Mew can. Actually, Mew might even be able to overtake him, so this is looking like a PNE.Blue round with Panda and Spyder firmly in the lead against 3 BROS.Red members. But will they reach the finish line? That's the big deal. You can still make terrible mistakes at the end, as we saw yesterday. Brutal map until the end. Fenrir makes a mistake, and unfortunately BROS.Red, they might have had a chance to at least secure a draw if they can't take the top 2, but this is going to be a PNE.Blue round again for 5-1, 125.62. From Spyder and Panda. Look at that. Look at that. That is an absolutely asinine level. Only 2 points separating PNE.Blue from a decisive win on map 1. Spyder and Panda leading with 39 and 37 team points, but Kezz 10 points less and he's still in 3rd place. Tsuna, Kush, Fenrir, and Raptor with an equal contribution, but the level is just not quite as high as the one seen from PNE.Blue. This has shades of PNE.Orange versus DTR. In fact, the times are very similar. The best times of PNE.Orange with the 125.9s and the best times of DTR about 125.5. It is quite literally a repeat of yesterday's match. This time, though, it might look like a BROS.Red round, a bit of reprieve as Mew is far behind and Panda is stuck in the pack. Spyder isn't leading either, so BROS.Red have the best chance to score they've had in a while. Heading now into lap 2, Tsuna falls behind the pack. This is not going to help them at all. Raptor is also far behind, so this might still be a PNE.Blue round regardless. Moving then into the latter parts of lap 2, it looks like a pretty secure lead, as that's a mistake by Kush, I believe, who will be overtaken by everyone but Kezz, who made an earlier mistake. And again, it's a PNE.Blue top 3, as unfortunately even BROS.Red legendary consistency gets tested when you're tilting, when you're getting beaten hard. It's hard to keep it on track. We witnessed that much yesterday. Spyder and Panda again top 2 in the round, but it's going to be a draw because Mew and Kezz make a later mistake. It's going to be a draw round, so PNE.Blue do not manage to secure the point despite Spyder and Panda continuing to put on top 2s. Mew with a bit of a weaker performance. Kezz and Mew 28 and 25 points respectively. That's a BROS.Red tier performance. Spyder and Panda are the difference makers with their 44 and 17 points. Definitely living up to their carry potential. It looks like there were some early mistakes this time, but it is Fenrir who makes the first mistake, meaning PNE.Blue have a strong advantage in this round. It is a 4v3 effectively, as Fenrir shouldn't be able to catch up at all. That's a very nice start from Mew, but can he keep it up, keep it outside of the walls? It's looking like a PNE.Blue ace as it stands, but they still need to finish lap 2 before it happens. Mew with a risky line, and he indeed wheel auto drift. Didn't control that as well as he could have, not very good, but Panda, Spyder, and Kezz still top 3, still should be able to get it done. Raptor also makes a mistake. I believe he's decently far behind Mew, who made a much smaller mistake, so it's looking like a very comfortable PNE.Blue round. Mew saves himself from an auto drift by releasing Spyder, unfortunately also with a small mistake, but it doesn't matter. Panda and Kezz are in the lead, and Tsuna and Kush would have to do the unthinkable to save this round for BROS.Red, but I don't think it can happen. Panda and Kezz should just be too good and not allow that to happen, and indeed they will not. Panda with a finish 125.7, Kezz right behind him. Tsuna and Kush with respectable times on the level of PNE.Orange, but it isn't quite enough. Not against PNE.Blue, just as it wasn't for PNE.Orange against DTR. 6-1. Map point, PNE.Blue. 50 team points crossed for Panda and Spyder, just putting on the absolute best carry performance we've seen after Rozzy, Devil and Dopamine for DTR. Worthy contenders indeed, as we tune into what could possibly be the final round of map number 1. Bro's home field advantage of Willy mapping it isn't enough, but look at this! What's going on? Kush DNFs. This might be the end for BROS.Red on this map. That was a spectacular mistake. Kush, who had a very respectable performance keeping up with Kezz and Mew, but just unable to keep up with Spyder and Panda like the rest of his team. Mew and Spyder slightly further behind this time, but with Panda and Kezz in the lead, Mew coming up to them, and Raptor the only one in the mix. Mew makes a mistake, but his team should be able to secure it. Kush DNF'd, and so BROS.Red is left fighting an impossible uphill battle. It would have to be the throw of a century for PNE not to close this map out here, but Kezz brings us one step closer to that. If Panda makes a mistake, this could still be saved for BROS.Red. Raptor a bit shaky, Spyder might be able to overtake him, but Spyder himself auto drifts. Could Bros actually save themselves from disaster in a 3v4? I think they might have just done it. Did Bros win the round? It's a red round! They won a 3v4! BROS.Red's second point comes off the back of a 3v4. Unbelievable scenes. What the hell? I guess playing with one player less is the motivation that they needed. PNE throw away an absolute sitter. They were in the lead coming into lap 2 with a DNF'd opponent. They managed to lose the round. Not what you want to see. Going then into the following round. Tsuna now makes an early mistake. And he's nowhere to be seen. So again, PNE should have a sitter, but Mew makes an completely unnecessary mistake. He's actually last in team points. Kush DNF'd and still has more points than him. Not the performance of a lifetime. Look at this. He's dropping so far behind. Tsuna might be able to catch up. Come on, Mew. Finish the map, man. Kezz, Panda, and Spyder, however, keeping the fort down. Fenrir, the closest member of BROS.Red. Kush also falling slightly further behind. Did Mew make another mistake? I don't think he did. I think it's just that slow. So Spyder, Panda, and Kezz against Fenrir. Surely that's something PNE.Blue should be able to win any day of the week. But look at this. Fenrir keeping up. Fenrir leading the round. Can he save them again? Can BROS.Red do the unthinkable 2 rounds in a row? Kezz, that might have been too narrow, but he does save himself. And I think this is finally it. Map number 1 sealed, I believe. And I think it is. So that is 7-2. 7-2 for PNE.Blue. And the 2 rounds that they lost, honestly lost on the basis of inconsistency more so than actual level. BROS.Red playing on a level that's not too far away from PNE.Orange, although with much better consistency, it needs to be said. So not looking half bad for their third place match. 65 team points for Panda, 63 team points for Spyder, 44 team points for Kezz. Top 3. Very consistent performance from Bros, 43 to 35, and Mew dead last. So not the best performance from Mew. But still, his team steps it up with incredible performances from Panda and Spyder in particular to take a comfortable lead heading into map 2. And if we were on Bro's home field on this first map, now we're on PNE's home field because the next map was mapped by Shiro, member of PNE.Orange. It is a very, very special flat map, very special flow. Absolutely zero tolerance for weird risks as you are going to bang against the wall faster than you can say. It looks like Engel or On the Higgs is joining the server now, so might be replacing someone on BROS.Red, changing the lineup a little bit, and maybe PNE.Blue will also make a substitution for map number 2 here. So a very comfortable lead from PNE.Blue, and I think the level difference is primarily what's showing here. However, PNE.Blue still showing a little bit of inconsistency. Why are there no platform maps? Well, let's just say I don't think anyone wants to play platform maps in the SNC. I think you have 60k for that. Just saying. Jokes aside though, and moving on to this map, more importantly, as you can see from Kezz here, is absolutely asinine how tight these lines are if you are traveling at full speed. Miss one timing, miss one release, you are going to be in the wall and your team is going to be losing the round. So this is a true test of your consistency, as you can see in the warm-up. No consistent warm-ups like last time, people crashing left, right, and center. Very difficult map to come to terms with, although players are still warming up and deciding on the lineup. So we're going to see what happens from here. Yesterday we had a pretty nice, actually, level from DTR with 109.7s. 109. What was the fastest time? 109.7, 109.5? Not exactly sure, actually. We'll see. But right now, we're just looking for times of about 110. So those are times, for instance, we could achieve in PNE.Orange. So that's definitely a level I'd like to see from BROS.Red as well. And for PNE.Blue, I want to see something a little bit better. Close to their personal bests, which are quite impressive, if I say so myself. Fastest time yesterday was 109.67 by Dopamine. I wonder if Kezz, Spyder, or Panda are going to match that time. Though, to be fair, Panda isn't warming up, so he might not be playing this map. We'll see what the lineups are, as neither of the teams has actually mentioned what their lineup is yet, but as it stands, Bros, the same 4 players are warming up, so Kush, Tsuna, Raptor, and Fenrir. And for PNE.Blue, there are 5 players in the warm-up: Kezz, Ercrol, Blitze, and Spyder. So we're waiting to see which one of them will not be playing. As warm-up 2 comes to a close, we'll see what Kezz's time is. 109.76. So Kezz already only 1/10 of a second away from Dopamine's best time yesterday. Quite an impressive level. Heading into map 2, so PNE leading 7-2, but they can very, very quickly actually turn that around. It can change very quickly. Blitze goes AFK, so the lineup is Spyder, Kezz, and Ercrol, substituting for Panda on map number 2. First mistake we see already, and I think it might have been a BROS.Red member in the wall. And it is. That was Raptor making the first mistake, so even the first corner on this map, completely unforgiving. Kezz leading now into this 180 turn. You need to be very careful at the exit not to clip the outer or inner Rammsteins. So far so good for PNE.Blue. Tsuna, the fastest BROS.Red member thus far, but they're nowhere to be seen. Raptor and Kush with mistakes, Fenrir with mistakes as well, so not looking very good for BROS.Red as it stands. Will give them a bit of reprieve with a mistake, but it's not that big of a mistake. I think he should still stay ahead of Raptor and Kush. Tsuna competing very seriously against PNE.Blue, but they have 3 members at the top. Bros only have 1. It's looking quite good for PNE.Blue in this first round of map number 2. Do Not Thank Me by True. Into the final corner then, all 3 players will finish. 109.86 fastest time by Spyder, about 110 the time for Kezz and Ercrol, and it is quite an easy round for PNE.Blue, increasing their lead to 8-2. So as it stands right now, we are looking pretty good as PNE, honestly. The level is on par, and we need to see what Kush and Raptor are going to do on rounds when they don't crash. We need to see that pace out of them, otherwise this is looking remarkably similar to DTR versus PNE.Orange, where PNE.Orange also had times of about 110, but it wasn't really enough. I think that might have been an early mistake from a PNE.Blue member, and it is Mew again, so definitely not delivering to his proper performance today. Isn't looking very good for him at all, and BROS.Red this time in a very, very good position themselves to immediately equalize. Let's see what happens. Start of lap 2. 37.5 is a very decent lap 1. Kush doesn't make a mistake this time, and this time we can see his pace is very, very good. Looks to me like this is a Bros round. Unless Kezz can say something about it, fighting for first place with Kush, but look at Kush's speed. That is an incredible level from the BROS.Red player. Kezz isn't catching up. This is the perfect opportunity for BROS.Red to score. Kush needs to make it to the finish line without any weird shenanigans in the final corner. I think he just might. Kezz, in fact, dropping. He gets sniped by Tsuna, and this is a BROS.Red round. Mew's early mistake costs them. Kezz could have actually saved it, but he gets sniped in the end in the final corner, and that is 1-1. Very, very nice snipe from Tsuna at the very last possible second. That's exactly the kind of thing you want to see out of Bros. You want to see their consistency take any mistakes from PNE.Blue and punish them heavily. Now, Ercrol makes the first mistake, so this is again a round where BROS.Red are advantaged. PNE.Blue's inconsistency showing to bite them. It didn't really cost them much on map 1, but here it can cost them their entire lead if they don't get their act together. That being said, Mew and Spyder are looking very good. On terms of pace, no doubt Mew is a strong player, but he needs to step it up in terms of consistency. This time he leads with a 37.4 first lap, which is an incredibly impressive time. However, with Kezz and Ercrol far behind, they need to stay in the lead. Kezz makes a mistake, but it's a small one, and Raptor makes a big one. This is advantage PNE.Blue, until Mew makes another mistake, doesn't finish another round, and this is now solidly in the advantage of BROS.Red, whose consistency is making up for their deficiency in level. PNE.Blue starting to slip through the cracks, but look at this. Kezz snipes Tsuna at the end. Kush makes a mistake, and PNE.Blue might have been saved at the very end. I think they just might have. Actually, no, this is a draw. This is a draw. Despite their mistakes, so many mistakes by PNE mean they cannot convert on the late mistakes by BROS.Red. It's still 1-1, 3 rounds in. Score so far is 8-3 in favor of PNE. Somebody made a mistake on the jump. Who the hell was that? That was Fenrir, and another Bros member drops out in the first corner. What is going on? Looks to me like everybody's concentration might be taking a little bit of a dip now, as PNE.Blue now have an absolute sitter of a round in their hands, but Mew makes another early mistake. He just keeps making them. Tsuna, however, is sure to leave him behind, and Kush as well. My god, the entirety of BROS.Red spontaneously implode in round number 4. PNE are sailing off into the distance. Even Mew with his early mistake is 4th. Of course, he'll make another one just to make sure PNE can't get the ace, but look at that. PNE solidly in the lead. You would think that it would have to be an amazing throw for them to drop this one. But we've seen some messed up stuff happen earlier in the SNC. Spyder and Kezz, though, top 2 in team points and top 2 in this round. Looks like their level will be enough to save any PNE.Blue mistakes. Ercrol slightly slower, but he manages to finish third. Spyder 109.70, which is only 0.03 of a second behind Dopamine's fastest time yesterday, so Spyder absolutely on the level. Mew finishes 6th, saving himself from Raptor and Fenrir, and it is a PNE.Blue round. But honestly, that one wasn't fought by skill. That one was just gifted by BROS.Red. Not the kind of thing you want to see in the semi-final match. Sure, they're not favorites to win, but you want to see the best possible performance out of them. Kev reminds us all it is 9-3 in favor of PNE, and if they take this map, well, they might just seal the series on the third one. However, I think nobody makes a mistake in the early corners for the first time in what feels like 5 rounds. So this might be the closest one we've had thus far. Let's take a look at what's going to happen now. I don't think we've dropped any players yet. Kezz is a bit further behind, but he just missed the line. He'll be right back in it. Tsuna misses the line, but again, it's not a serious mistake. This round, everything to play for. Tsuna, however, repeats his mistake, and he'll be out of the round, giving the advantage solidly to PNE.Blue. Mew with a mistake this time, but it isn't that big as previous times. So it's still advantage, PNE.Blue. Kush now dropping, misses the line. This map does not forgive it. Look at his exit speed though. Look at Kush. He's looking for the snipe, but he's too fast on the exit. He'll auto-drift. This might be a PNE.Blue ace at the end of it all. After 8 players make it out of the first lap for the first time, it is a PNE.Blue ace for the first time this evening. Spyder 109.77, incredible consistency. And we're finally seeing PNE.Blue's true level come to play, unfortunately fueled by a few unfortunate BROS.Red mistakes. Absolute tragedy for BROS.Red, who are performing very well again, 23 to 12 team points. Raptor with an unusually bad performance. He was trailing everyone on map number 1, and now he's also trailing them on map number 2. The level isn't in question, but he's making a lot of mistakes, and Mew as well. 7th place despite 3 of his teammates in top 3 positions, and by some margin. So let's see what's happening this time. Again, it looks like 8 players made it out of the start safely, so it might be a good round again. Let's see what happens as we move into lap 2. Looks like some solid consistency, but there might have been a mistake. No, there isn't. Just a few missed lines. Nothing too serious. Kush touches the wall though, so PNE.Blue with a severe advantage in this round. Spyder, however, first serious mistake from him this evening. Very unfortunate, but this time I'm sure he's hoping that Kezz, Mew, and Ercrol will do their job. They will save him from that mistake. I think he will still stay ahead of Kush, so let's see what happens. Tsuna with an unfortunate mistake. Raptor is nowhere near the leading 4, but that's a very nice corner. Can Raptor snipe Ercrol in the end? Can he buy them a few additional points? Yes, he can. Ercrol's mistake allows the snipe, but it's still a PNE round. Kezz, 109.78. Very nice round. Fenrir achieves his personal best with a 109.92, but that just isn't fast enough to compete with the fastest PNE.Blue players, just that little bit farther away from the elite tier. So far, so good. Kezz taking over the lead in team points, 39. Panda in the chat going, shoo! Well, I would too, honestly, as Raptor just makes a mistake after that chant. That's another mistake from him this evening. Dead last in team points. Kush with a mistake as well, and that's really unfortunate. Verified account and 10 minutes follow mode. Bots hate you. Yes, they do actually. I had to delete bot messages every time I streamed. So, sorry for that one. As we see Mew, the only PNE.Blue member, making a mistake, well, that's pretty common, honestly, this evening. Not exactly the best performance from him. Tsuna with a mistake though, Kush with a mistake, Raptor with a mistake. BROS.Red are absolutely imploding this round. The level just vanishes completely as Kezz, Spyder, and Ercrol holding down the fort, moving forward with elite consistency and elite times. They do need to finish though, and this map is notoriously tricky at the ending, so we'll just see what the final corner brings them. I think Spyder might have a good time. That's the fastest time we've seen thus far, 109.64. Beating Dopamine's time from yesterday. That is a goddamn nice time if I've ever seen one, and PNE.Blue just increased their lead to 5-1. That is absolutely devastating. Not too far away from the personal bests either at this point, so the level in the match, absolutely phenomenal. It was Spyder and Panda on map number 1, it is Spyder and Kezz on map number 2. Far away in team points from anyone else. Gotta say, Rozzy blew a 0.4.5 last turn yesterday. I believe that. Unfortunately, he blew it. And Ercrol blew it as well. He just blew this round. That being said, his team should be able to keep him safe as Fenrir and Tsuna seem to be slightly further behind the pack, so it still might be savable, especially if some BROS.Red mistakes happen later in the round. It should still be okay for PNE. Let's see what happens though. Going into lap number 2, you can absolutely make a few mistakes in the beginning because of the speed you're going through. However, that's 6 players going through quite safely. Very nice level from everyone involved. That's really, really good. I like seeing these kinds of rounds. This is the level you expect to see from a semifinal, and we had some banger rounds on, especially on map number 1. That being said though, looks to me like a PNE.Blue round, unless... What happened to Mew? It's a draw. Mew blows it at the end. Jesus. Spyder again. 109.67. What in God's name is this consistency? Jesus Christ. That's incredible. And it's also incredible that PNE managed to make that round a draw, because honestly, they have 3 players in the top 4 and Mew in dead last. Not sure if this is a problem of training or anything, but this is not something you want to see when you're fighting DTR, who do have 4 players who are going to absolutely step up their level when it takes. Sure, Racerlight, perhaps not with his signature level in his prime years yesterday, but still a formidable opponent who's not going to allow you to make such mistakes at all. That being said, on the topic of mistakes, it looks like Kush and Tsuna have made some, which means it is definitely a round for BROS.Red. Mew again with a mistake. He just keeps finding his way into walls. Honestly, not the level of performance you'd like to see. But then again, the same is true for BROS.Red, that are absolutely plastered across the walls of Truo's map. This map is unforgiving. I said so at the beginning, and it absolutely shows why it is. You need to be at 100% focused to play this consistently. At the very end, 109.426 by Spyder. What the fuck? What is this time? Rozzy might have blown it. Spyder clearly didn't. Jesus. What the hell is this level from Spyder? First in team points map 1. First in team points on map 2. The man is actually just possessed. Fluff taking control of his account. I can believe that. 109.4. We need to take a look at the replay of that later. I can't believe I missed that. Fuck. Moving on then. PNE then on map point. It is, I believe, now 13-3 in favor of PNE. Mew with another mistake. I think it's basically been 2 rounds that he's managed to drive cleanly on this map. Not exactly beautiful. Who made a mistake there? Was that Ercrol? Yes, it was. It was also Spyder, so PNE.Blue just drop it completely. What's going on here? PNE just decide to have a complete brain fart after achieving the best time we've seen thus far by some margin. What's going on? We go from the best rounds to the worst. Honestly, this has been the mode of the match. Kezz secures the first place, but it's an easy bros round because Mew and Spyder unfortunately both made errors. First significant mistake for Spyder, honestly, all map long. But Mew's performance just nowhere to be seen. What is going on? Mew again dead last in team points, while Kezz, Spyder, and Ercrol are far ahead in the top 3. That's really not what you want to see, and it is costing PNE rounds, so hopefully he can finish it off now. Again, we have multiple match points for PNE, so they need to finish it quickly, and Raptor gives them a prime opportunity with a bit of an unfortunate error very early on. Fenrir is also behind, so again, PNE have what should be a easy round to finish, as Raptor is nowhere to be seen, and he won't be returning into this round at all. He's too far away at 2 seconds. It would have to be a mistake from someone else to let him through. 7 players consistent so far, but if this map has shown us anything, it's that is no guarantee of anything. Heading into lap number 2, are we gonna lose someone? Yes, we will. 6 remaining. Tsuna is out. Looks like a PNE.Blue round complete sitter, and yes, it would be a 14-4 scoreline if they can finish it in this round. They really should be able to. If they make a mistake this time, I really don't know what to say anymore. Kush makes another mistake. It's just going to be a straight-up ace by PNE.Blue to seal this map unless they gift it away. But I don't think they will. Well, Kezz does, but honestly, can't be blamed because his teammates are there. Mew, 109.62, incredible time, showing the pace that he could potentially have if he wasn't crashing every round. The level is there, but the consistency needs to step up. PNE, 14, BROS.Red, 4 points. Strong lead for PNE, and it's looking like it'll be done in free maps, just like DTRR versus PNE.Orange yesterday. We need to see what will be going on now. Those are some good times. In fact, honestly, BROS.Red's times and performance, it's looking actually... This is an identical performance to DTRR versus PNE.Orange. 7-2 and everything else, honestly. Moving on to map number 3, it is a dopamine classic, Emerald, that has a very famous GPS time. So dopamine has been making GPS times all throughout this SNC, and this one is a 121.7. And in fact, I think yesterday we saw a 121 live in rounds from a player of DTR. It might have been Razi, but I don't remember who it was, actually. Devil is probably going to remind me because he remembers everything, so we're going to see. Alright, so substitution. PNE.Blue. Mew is out. Blitze is in. Kezz is also out, but we don't know who's going to be replacing him. I think it might be Panda. So Panda in, Kezz out, Mew out, Blitze in. Not bad. PNE.Blue shifting the lineup, trying to show that all 6 of their players can step it up when it occurs. As we watch the players prepare themselves, it also looks like a substitution possibly. There are 6 BROS.Red players playing now, so there might be a substitution coming in for them as well, trying to maybe regain some points, keep their hopes alive on Dopamine's map, Emerald, which definitely does punish mistakes very severely. You need to be on par from the very beginning, otherwise the advantage quickly becomes insurmountable, as we saw yesterday in DTR versus PNE.Orange, where a difference in level is very easily noticeable and you have to be fast. That was a 123 in the warm-up by Raptor, so not exactly the times you want to see, but I think that when the players start playing seriously, they are going to showcase a level which is equivalent to DTR versus PNE.Orange, as that happened on the first 2 maps as well. Fenrir asking that Shiro should play for PNE.Blue, and honestly, yeah, that would probably make it a bit more equal, but unfortunately, Shiro is dutifully studying for his exams, so he's not going to be joining PNE.Blue as a substitute this year. That being said, looks like the players remaining from Bros right now are... No, actually, they still have so many players on the server, so we still don't know if Bros are going to perhaps change their players up. They've been playing with Kush, Tsuna, Raptor, and Fenrir so far. Valmara and Shiro not joining in yet. Although I don't think I saw Valmara on the server anyway, so he's probably not available today, and they do definitely need their strongest players against PNE.Blue, so fair enough. Into the warm-up then, let's see what's going on at the front. Blitze currently leading, let's see if he's on a decent time. As PNE are looking to close it out on map number 3. They lead by 10 points, 14-4. And they can close it out with a win, or even with a Small enough loss on this map. Blitze 122.5 in that round, so a decent time, but DTR were definitely stronger than that, so we're gonna see what happens. The level of Panda, Spyder, and Ercrol. If they're going to be doing low 22s like Dream Team. Moving then into round 1 of map 3. Thank you all for still being here with me. There's over 20 of us. I'm really happy that you tuned in such numbers. I hope you're enjoying it. Go get some refreshments while you still can, because this is not letting up anytime soon. Going then into round number 1. Blitze looking at the pack from the back. Let's see if there are any early mistakes happening this time. I don't think there are. Slight differences in line, but it's looking like a pretty equal round, all things considered thus far. Kush very competitive at the front. We might have seen some mistakes at the back, but have we really? No, we haven't. So everybody within 0.2 of a second. This is one of the closest rounds we've seen all evening, honestly. Very good level. The last player 0.3 of a second behind, so this is pretty close. But PNE with a very strong advantage in this round number 1 if they can finish it. So far, no mistakes. Very nice to see for a change after map number 2. Let's see what's going to happen at the end of lap 2. So far, Panda, Spyder in the lead. Blitze not far away from them. Kush with a mistake. Ercrol not far behind. Fenrir with a mistake. It should be a PNE round. Ercrol unfortunately sliding out, but I think Panda, Spyder, and Blitze have this one under complete control. Let's look at the times. It is a 22.3 by Spyder, 22.4 for Panda and Blitze, and the rest of the pack slotting in not too far behind. First round goes in favor of PNE. And with a couple more rounds, this match will be decided. So BROS.Red have to win this map to stay alive. They have to win it by a pretty significant margin as well to have a chance of winning on the final one. So unfortunately though, I don't see the level in them unless they show it in round number 2 right now. 2 early mistakes by BROS.Red mean that my words were nothing but a jinx, as unfortunately this means they will be having a real hard time competing in this round. Cursed by the caster, something that happens every time in every sport, in every match. It's almost fated to be. Blitze with a small mistake and Ercrol slightly behind, but because Kush is far behind and Raptor and Fenrir are nowhere to be seen, it is still a PNE round. That being said, Tsuna is quite competitive, very decent level from him all throughout the Spring NASCAR Cup. Let's see if he can be Bro's shining light on this map, if he can put together the level needed to keep up with the PNE players. Panda far in the lead, Spyder protecting him, Ercrol and Blitze not too far behind. That's a beautiful corner by Tsuna. He'll pass Spyder, but he might get repassed quickly, but I think that's a really nice line. Tsuna absolutely storming second lap. Spyder, though, with more exit speed, will be overtaking him again, and I don't think he'll be giving that lead up until the very end. That being said, this is a very impressive round from Tsuna. Panda 122.2, Spyder 122.4. Tsuna comes in third, but Ercrol saves the round for PNE. Blitze with a mistake, but it doesn't end up mattering. It's 2-0, and I think we're slowly starting to look at match point. Not sure if this is the one, but it's going to be any moment now if PNE keeps stringing together rounds. Looking now at round number 3, BROS.Red need a win immediately. 16-4 in favor of PNE. It is almost mathematically done. You need to start winning, and you need to start winning immediately. That's a mistake by Blitze, so that's at least something, but it's a small mistake, and he'll be back if someone in the pack in front of him misses a beat. Don't count him out of this round. Panda not in front, and he auto-drifts as well, so this will be putting him behind. This is the best chance BROS.Red have had to score in the longest time. Ercrol not far ahead, and Spyder makes a mistake. This has to be a Bros round. This has to be it. If you drop this one, there is no way out. Fenrir makes a mistake. It might be the beginning of the end. Panda is knocking on the door. Kush and Tsuna to defend. Raptor to defend from Ercrol. But what is going on? Panda is overtaking them all. It might still be a PNE round. They might clutch victory from the jaws of defeat after the mistakes by Blitze and Spyder, but can they finish it? Will it be a bros round? It's looking good for them. Can they finish it? I think they might have saved themselves. Raptor, very nice one. 22.3, and as far as I can tell, this is a bros round. Is it though? Actually, is it? This is a draw. They couldn't score. Ah, BROS.Red, that's heartbreaking. You had every chance, but unfortunately it doesn't come together for them. Fenrir with 4 points in 3 rounds. That's not what you want to see. Raptor this time kick it up into a higher gear, competing with Spyder, with Ercrol, with Blitze. Only Panda far in front, but that just isn't going to be enough. BROS.Red need to come out with the complete consistency they are renowned for. Otherwise, this might be the beginning of the end. Blitze makes an early mistake, but unfortunately, he's not the only one. Fenrir dropping, but Ercrol is also far behind, so this might still be a chance for Bros to make good on their mistakes. Will there be a bronze medal match? Yes, as there is a cash prize for third place, PNE.Orange, and as it looks, BROS.Red will be duking out for that one. It would take a miracle of incredible proportions for BROS.Red to just keep themselves alive, let alone win. I think this round might honestly be match point, but as it stands, it might be a draw for Bros, and if they can overtake Spyder or Panda, it might just be a Bros point. So maybe hope can last for one more round, one fleeting moment in which Bros can still hope for the comeback, but will it happen? I think Spyder and Panda have secured the first 2 positions, and it will be the second draw in a row. Spyder now with a 122.2, Ercrol apologizing. It's a second draw in a row. PNE maintained their lead, and it is 16-4 favor of PNE, so we're looking at match point any second now. A very nice level, however, from every player involved. Tsuna and Kush bringing together those 125.5 and 6s, which is a very respectable time. It just isn't enough to keep up with Panda and Spyder. Ercrol and Blitze, they can keep up with them, but unfortunately, you still need to beat Panda and Spyder before you start scoring serious points on this map, and so far it's not been working out for BROS.Red at all. 2 draws where I think they really could have scored. Fenrir with another mistake after being dead last in team points. This map is his undoing. It is, in his defense, a very hard map, especially if he didn't have the chance to train it. Unfortunately for most of these players, they have to play all 4, and Fenrir exits the game. Maybe a technical issue. For a Bros player, we might have to pause the match if this is a technical issue to allow him to reconnect. In the meantime, what's going on with a round? Okay, Fenrir is rejoining the game. Rounds that have started are not going to be paused for technical issues, but we can pause the match afterwards if Fenrir isn't there. So taking a look at this round, though, it does look to me like it's, even without Fenrir's disconnect, PNE.Blue are going to take this one home as Spyder barely nips Tsuna to the finish line, and it is a PNE.Blue round. Now we're waiting for Fenrir to rejoin and to make sure everything is fine before we progress with this match, but I think at this point we are talking about 17-4, so this would be match point if PNE can secure it, as far as I can tell. This is Bros' last stand, and it's not looking all that good for them. I'm going to be real with you. Fenrir again at the back. It's really hard to prepare 4 maps at that level. We saw that yesterday with PNE.Orange. Really hard to prepare yourself on every map. You'd really like if you could just play 2 or 3 and let your teammates substitute on the others, but it's a luxury many teams can't afford to have. Only the strongest teams can substitute easily. It's a very, very, very hard tournament and a very hard discipline in general. Looking like a PNE round so far, and with a PNE round, this would be the end of the road for BROS.Red, who fought valiantly, who had an admirable level. Definitely on par with PNE.Orange or even better, but sadly they will have to continue or finish their tournament, I should say, in the third place match, trying to fight for the third place cash prize next week if they can't make this round stick. But as I can see, Panda, Ercrol, Spyder doing it. Raptor crashes out. I think this might be the beginning of the end. Blitze will be crashing out. Tsuna with a very aggressive line, but I don't think it will be enough. And I think this is mathematically the match for PNE.Blue, 18-4. At this point, BROS.Red would have to 7-0 actually. They have to win every round from this point on to force a draw. And I honestly don't think we'll be seeing that in this lifetime. Ercrol and Blitze with definitely not the strongest possible performance, and despite that, BROS.Red haven't managed to score. The best they could do is 2 draws. Admirable, but insufficient. Unfortunately, Fenrir having freezes, so technical issues stopping him from performing well, and in his defense, he had a very good map 1 and map 2, especially by his standards. Unfortunate technical issues for him, but even without them, it would have been an upward battle to say the least. What's Spyder doing? He's going for the boosters. What's happened? All of PNE.Blue just dropping out of the blue, and BROS.Red might come 1 round closer to achieving the 14-round win streak they need to save themselves from elimination. Only 1 more PNE round on any map and this match is over, but it might not be this round. Blitze though with clean overtakes fighting, but I still think this should be a bros round. Panda and Spyder are nowhere to be seen. And Ercrol as well with a mistake. So this is a bros round, putting on at least 1 point in the board on every map. Doing what PNE.Orange couldn't do against DTR. It is a bros round. I haven't said that in such a long time, but finally it is here. And they managed to put a point in the board. They can take this one as a trophy, taking a point off of PNE with Panda and Spyder performing like this. Tsuna, Raptor, and Kush, the top trio of BROS.Red, outscoring Blitze and Ercrol, so very respectable performance from them as well. 18-5 then, and Bros would have to win every single round from now on to win the match. So if they can do that, then I think we are genuinely watching something that is greater than a miracle, honestly. That is just a statistical impossibility. An absolute freak accident of nature if Bros managed to equalize at 18-18 in 2 maps. 1 more PNE 1 round and it'll all be over for them, and they'll be sent to the 3rd place match to face PNE.Orange. PNE.Blue will advance to the finals to face Dream Team Reloaded Remastered. The R's just keep lining up, and this might be a Bros round again. Unfortunate mistakes by PNE at the very end. Still though, it might be... I'm not sure who this round is for. Spyder with another mistake, so it should be a bros round actually. I do believe it should be a bros round as Raptor is leading at the front and Panda and Ercrol could not snipe that 1st place away, so Bros with another point. Again. Keeping it up. So they need 14 rounds and they've made it 2 rounds. Just 12 remaining and BROS.Red can bring it a draw. Nice performance. Tsuna and Raptor starting to catch up to Spyder as well and leave Ercrol and Blitze in the dust. This is a nice resurgence for BROS.Red. It comes at a late moment, but it's not too late. They can force a draw if they win every single round from now on, so it's mathematically possible. That being said, though, I think that might have been... It's a mistake by Blitze, so it can make it 3 rounds in a row. Is this the beginning of the greatest miracle run we've ever seen? signs point to yes, but unfortunately I think Panda and Spyder might have something to say about that, as they are currently sealing away that top 2, standing like a brick wall in front of BROS.Red. But look at this, Raptor and Fenrir aren't far behind. Tsuna, Kush, not far behind either. Blitze is too far away to make something happen. Otherwise, this might be it, but unfortunately, I think Fenrir's mistake might just be the nail in the coffin for BROS.Red. They started a comeback, they put together 2 rounds, but they needed 14 to finish it. And I don't think they're going to make it a third. Panda, Spyder, and Ercrol keeping those top 3 positions in place. With a finish line, they reach the grand finals, and I think it is a done deal. It will be PNE.Blue versus Dream Team Reloaded Remastered in the grand finals of the SNC 2022. It will be PNE.Orange versus BROS.Red in the 3rd place match. That being said though, this match isn't over. We still have something to cast and we still have something to watch, and Bros need to do what PNE.Orange did yesterday and try to take some points home. Try to put 10 on the board. They have the skill to do it, but they need to find the consistency. They need to capitalize on the mistakes of PNE.Blue. That being said though, even if they do, the match is over. Going now into round number 8, actually round number 9, we had... Round number 10 actually, we had 2 draws on this map. I can't count apparently. Going now into that 10th round, Panda, Spyder, Blitze far ahead in front. Spyder definitely making up for a small blip on the radar of what was otherwise an incredible carry performance from him on the first 2 maps by stepping it up again and just shutting BROS.Red out completely. Kush and Tsuna seem to be pretty far away. No mistakes this round, but they still are half a second behind. It looks to me like a PNE.Orange versus DTRR round, honestly, except Raptor and Fenrir might still have something to say about this. Can they do it, though? It looks like Raptor is in front of Spyder and Blitze. What a pace. But the final corner, who has the best line? Who figured it out the best? Raptor and Spyder fighting for the snipe, and Raptor will snipe Spyder to finish it, but I think it is a PNE.Blue round, as unfortunately Blitze and Panda take it away from Kush and Tsuna. It will be a blue round, and we're absolutely through with this one. Fenrir unfortunately suffering with those technical defects. He says it himself in chat. It is sad to watch because Fenrir's performance was as good as his teammates on the other maps, and he obviously trained a lot. He was more than a worthy opponent, but this time technical issues unfortunately striking him, freezing his game, making it very difficult for him to keep up in a match of this scale, and it should be taken with a grain of salt. Fenrir can score much more than 22 points. Just look at his pace this round, keeping up with Panda, Blitze, and Spyder without a care in the world. Actually, that's an incredible lap 2 from Fenrir. Actually, lap 1, 43.7. That's very nice. He's actually still keeping up with Panda and Blitze. He might straight up lift the round. Unfortunately, his teammates are nowhere to be seen, and I think that might have been a bit of a suboptimal line. It allows Blitze to catch up, and Spyder is hot on his heels, but Fenrir isn't giving up. Look at that line. Look at the speed. Fenrir with an incredible level, showing what he could do if he wasn't suffering from these technical issues. Unfortunately, that's still 4th place, but in absolute terms, that pace is incredible. Absolutely on the level of PNE.Orange, absolutely on the level of the weaker DTR members. That's a 122.4 for Fenrir. It doesn't save the round. Panda with a 122.0. That's an incredible time. Just because the match has ended doesn't mean the players are stopping with the bangers, because this round was incredible, and that is 7-2 again. 21-6, so we had 3 7-2s. BROS.Red managing to take points on every map, and if they managed to secure some points in those draw rounds, I think BROS.Red could have easily reached 10 points on pure merit, which is an incredible statement of their level, honestly. That was the third map, Emerald by Dopamine. We're going into the final map, Flat Nickel by Fluff. And this one is a classic flat map. Absolutely pedal to the metal, risk it if you want. The match is over and we just want to see some banger rounds from the players, showing the full strength of their level, showing what they can do and why they are in that top 4 position in the SNC. They already secured it. But which team takes third and which team takes first, you're going to see that next week, and don't miss it. Actually, I might play warm-up 2 with them. I just want to experience what it's like driving with players of this caliber on a server. I kind of experienced it yesterday, but, well, it's less fun when you're getting ass blasted by DTR, so credit where it's due, it might be a little bit more fun in this instance. Angle playing on the server now, everybody's aligned, so we're going to see what the lineups are actually going to be. Let's tune into the players and see what kind of rounds we can expect. Mew might be back in the lineup for the flat map. He didn't have for the good first 2 maps. Almost dead last on both of them, but, well, this is a perfect chance for a redemption arc. Kezz demonstrating what can happen when you risk a little bit too much, as this map is also incredibly unforgiving like the other one. Just a bit too aggressive and you'll be finding yourself in a wall or in the outside curb before you know it. Mew now leading the round. Let's see what his pace is going to be in this warm-up 1. Looking good though, and looking good for Tsuna as well. He's keeping up with Mew very well. Kush unfortunately with a mistake. So what is Mew's time? What level are we looking at here? 115.0. Not half bad, so not half bad, honestly. Let's actually go play a warm-up with him. Completely unwarmed up, but let's just see how it feels like. Oh, 10th place, good. I kind of expected that. Okay, let's see how this works. Let's put it together. Jesus Christ, a quarter of a second. Already? I'm not even driving that bad, man. What do you mean? Now that's more like it. As you can see, this map just 0 tolerance for error. Look at that. I lost quite a bit of potential speed there, but you just can't risk it. 115.2, so clearly not at the level of Mew, but I just had to do it. I just had to do it to him. Yeah, for sure, mate. For sure. Definitely. It's not like Mew just absolutely shit on that time at warm-up 1. Moving then into the final map, the match has been decided, but let's see. So BROS.Red managed to get 2 points per map on all 3 maps, and now they have to do it on a 4th one, or maybe better than 2 points. So let's see what the level is really going to be like. There's no evidence that suggests otherwise. Yeah. I prefer not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble, as Mourinho would say. So, round number 1, Raptor and Fenrir falling behind, but yeah, that's the first mistake by Raptor. Not the best evening for him, but clearly his level hasn't diminished. Is this a PNE ace? What is Panda's time here? Panda actually just leaving everyone in the dust by 0.4 of a second. Is this man real? Okay, finally being caught up to. But that's a very fast corner. What kind of time is Panda gonna serve us in round number 1? Okay, so you saw a clean time by Mew. You saw a clean time by me. Now see a clean time from a really elite level player. Let's see what happens. Kush and Tsuna keeping up admirably, as it looks like Mew and Blitze might have made some mistakes, but I want to see Panda's time more than anything. What are we going to get? 1:14.71, half a second faster than that warm-up time, and 3/10 faster than anyone else. So that's a really nice time. I think that's on DTR level, honestly. It is a PNE round, as unfortunately, Fenrir and Raptor made some unfortunate mistakes. Panda literally has the time to type in Twitch chat while he's dominating. Stop showing off, man. What do you mean? Stop showing off, Panda. You just have to do it to him. Casually chatting and winning. Moving into round 2, it looks like Panda is just dead set on dominating because he's also in front. Round number 2. Mew with a mistake, which is honestly, I don't think it surprises anyone this evening. Not the best evening for him. Bros keeping up a pretty admirable pace, unfortunately, with a mistake by Kush. And now this is a mistake by, I think it was a mistake by Panda, so he finally proves that he is a mortal and not in fact a robot. Kezz and Blitze, though, still top 2, so it should be a draw at the very least, unless Panda, of course, can overtake someone, which it seems that he's still far ahead out of Kush. Should still be a PNE round, as I think Fenrir still suffering from his technical issues, probably. Makes it very difficult for him to play, and you can see it, of course, not lacking in level, but very hard to play when your game is freezing and the map demands complete precision, like the ones in this map pack do. Blitze, though, dropping at the end. Can BROS.Red actually salvage this round? Did they manage to do it? It depends on the final 2 arriving in the finish line. Yeah, I think Mew saved the round with that one. 1:14.7 wit from Kezz as well, so definitely shows that elite pace is present in almost every member of PNE.Blue. An unfortunate performance from Mew, though. You know he can do a 14.7, I think everybody knows it at this point, but his consistency in matches definitely leaves a lot to be desired based on tonight. I really think that on all 3 maps, BROS.Red members with far worse times were constantly putting out more team points, and that's really not what you want to see. That being said, though, when he actually does drive clean rounds, he's almost at the front of PNE.Blue, so undeniable talent and undeniable carry potential. Just needs to be realized, otherwise there's no point in it. Panda, Mew, and Blitze then, trying to save it. Blitze almost spinning out, but he isn't. Tsuna keeping up incredibly well. He'll even overtake Panda for 2nd place at this rate. Panda still staying slightly ahead of him. Should be a pretty safe PNE round, as Raptor, Fenrir, and Kush are nowhere to be seen. Kezz with a mistake, guarding that 5th place. Tsuna fighting with Blitze for 3rd place. Mew and Panda sailing off into the sunset. Hopefully both of them survive the final corner. Who will reach the finish line first, Mew or Panda? It is a fight until the very end, and Panda snipes him by 100 of a second. 14.7 from Panda and Mew again, so the level is definitely there. Kezz, slight mistake at the end, but it's still a PNE round. This might be over before you know it. Panda leading in team points. Tsuna 2nd in team points. Such an incredibly impressive performance. Kush and Raptor not that far behind Mew either, so they're doing their best, but unfortunately they're going to need to do a little bit more than 15.5 and 15.1 respectively. They might want to step it up a bit just to get those 2 points they've been managing to put on every map. We all know the BROS.Red players are incredibly skilled, but faced against opposition like PNE.Blue and DTR, it's a whole different level. And this round is a whole different level of consistency, but backwards, because we are seeing mistakes every goddamn where. Panda and Kezz safely in the lead, followed by Tsuna and Raptor, so they can still secure at the worst a draw in case everything else goes wrong for PNE. Blitze dead last, Mew in 6th position. But Blitze is already knocking on Kush's door. Mew is knocking on Fenrir's door, and Tsuna and Raptor, I don't believe they managed to catch up to Panda and Kezz. They just keep increasing their lead. Give them some slack. Show them some mercy. Panda and Kezz fighting for another great time. This time they both do 14.6. Separated but only 1,000 of a second. Kezz sniping Panda at the end. Mew finishes in 5th place, securing a 4th consecutive round for PNE.Blue. And on this map, I'm going to be honest with you, it isn't looking even close. BROS.Red definitely tilted from the beating they've received thus far, and unlike DTRR yesterday, PNE are giving them no slack with this team at all. That being said though, their times are still not very good. Some PNE.Orange players managed to do these 15.0, 15.1, so we're gonna see what happens. Did Kezz... I am not sure what's happening, but there are 3 PNE.Blue members dead last. What the Mew with a mistake and Blitze is nowhere to be seen. This is just a free bros round. What's going on? I just spoke about giving no mercy, and clearly my teammates are listening to my stream because they decided to show a lot of mercy in this round. Panda leading, giving them no slack, but unfortunately he's alone against the world because his teammates went to Narnia, visit Prince Caspian behind the closet or something. They're nowhere to be found. Blitze and Kezz far away, Mew far away as well, so should be a bros round, honestly, unless they do a cataclysmic throw in the final turn. Panda will finish first, and it's going to be a 14.9, so nothing special, but it's a bros round. So they got 1 out of 2 points that they need to make it a perfect 7-2 on all 4 maps. They just need 1 more. That being said, though, their times do leave a little bit to be desired. 116, not exactly the level you saw yesterday from DTR and PNE.Orange in the final map, so might want to step it up just a little bit, though. That being said, it's understandable at this point the match is over. Fenrir is suffering from technical issues and you're tilted out of your mind. That being said, it is affecting some people more than others. Tsuna, 2nd in team points, only being beaten by Panda, who is absolutely indomitable on this map, as you would expect. Fenrir's freeze is unfortunately costing him something, but, well, I mentioned Panda, and Panda is in the wall, so I should not speak his name from here on out, because clearly it's just a curse. I should call him... I don't know. I better not speak, otherwise I'm in big trouble. Blitze and Kezz in actually 4th and 5th place, so this might be a bros round if Mew can't keep the 1st place, and if Kezz can snipe. Who touched the wall? Oh, it was Kush. That's unfortunate. I think that might just be the thing that breaks the round and another mistake, but look at this. Tsuna, 2nd in team points, absolutely putting his team on his back, and this time he's going to beat Mew to the finish line to finish with a 1:15.03. Very nice time and a personal best from Tsuna. Congratulations to him, and congratulations to BROS.Red, because I think this is another point for them. I think... it's a blue point. I forgot. I kind of hoped it would be that 2nd point, but I guess they're gonna have to wait for that. So they still have some breathing room. Tsuna is 1st in team points after Panda's mistake means he earned almost nothing from this round. Tsuna with an absolutely indomitable performance. What the hell is this? Man's putting his team on his back like it was nothing else. Unfortunately, his team are nowhere to be seen. Mew is also nowhere to be seen in this round because he'll be in the wall, and Blitze and Kezz also make early mistakes, which means BROS.Red again have a chance to score, and Tsuna again keeping up with Panda. As well as he can anyway. He's 1.5 tenths of a second away at the end of the lap, and I don't think that's going to be decreasing unless Panda makes a mistake, but... this should be a bros round. However, Fenrir is still freezing. Kezz makes a huge mistake. Absolutely plasters himself face first into the wall. This has to be a bros round. Surely this has to be it. Raptor, though, giving Blitze a chance to come back. Fenrir has to save it. Don't give them anything just because Panda is first. Come on. Bros can put that 2nd point on the board. They can make it 7-2, 4 maps in a row. It was Panda that finishes ahead. Tsuna improves his personal best again, 14.9. Such an impressive performance, and surely this is a BROS.Red round. Indeed it is. 2 points on the board for BROS.Red. Hard fought, every single one of them, but that means 2 points on every single map. Tsuna equal in team points to Panda, although he's not as equal in pace. Goes to show that you have to put it together every round, as Panda and Tsuna both made some mistakes, but they're still 13 team points ahead of everyone else, with a total of 45. Absolutely insane. Tsuna, however, I praised him a bit too much, and that is gone. So is Mew. Although at this point, I don't think we need to see it to know what happened, because I've seen that about 10 times tonight. Blitze decides to show it to me. Just in case I might have missed Mew doing it, he demonstrates instead. And this might be a bros draw, or even a bros round. They might be able to break that 2-point barrier and score a third, because PNE are just... well, they're honestly going on vacation early, apparently. They won the match, and, well, at this point you could just let bros have it, I guess. Kezz the only one fighting at the front, but his team is absolutely nowhere. Kezz can secure first place all he wants, but it's not going to save him. Raptor might even try to beat him for that first position. That's a very clean line from Raptor. He has so much speed heading into the final corner. Can he complete the snipe? But that's not a good line. He has to spare himself the auto drift, and Kezz will finish first, but it doesn't matter. It's a bros round, and they put 3 on the board for the first time this match. Good job, bros. Easy clap. Tsuna again first in team points. Panda has the pace, but he's been slacking off a bit these rounds. Mew is 2 points ahead of a person with literal freezes who has a second slower PB than him. Come on, man. You have all the talent in the world. Put it together. Raptor might have... oh, we just suffered trace amounts of time travel. Feels like a Portal game at this point and not Trackmania. Sorry for that one, but so far so good. Looks like a PNE is finally playing seriously again. I might have shit-talked them enough on stream. They might have heard me, because right now they're in the top 4 positions and they don't look like they're going to give them up anytime soon. Tsuna the closest person trying to fight for his team's pride, but he's not there. Mew dropping out. I really don't want to say again, but again, Tsuna though competing now for 3rd place. The overtakes might keep coming if PNE keep making these mistakes. It should still be a PNE round, but there might still be a chance for Tsuna to do something. However, no mistake from Blitze so far. Which one of them has the better line? I think Blitze was safer, and unfortunately Tsuna does have to release a bit, which means it should be a PNE round. Tsuna snipes Blitze. It's less than 1,000 of a second. It won't save them. It's a PNE round. Kezz 114.5, fastest time we've seen thus far. Shows what he can do when he's not goofing around. This is the final round potentially. PNE looking to end it all. Let's see if they ended this round or whether they're going to keep it going for a while. 114.5. And then the next, and then he has 47 points. I swear to God, the only enemy of PNE.Blue are they themselves and their training and their seriousness. Nothing else. Swear to God. I genuinely wish I had the skill to pull that out of the hat. But while we lament that, PNE are lamenting nothing, because they have the top 3 positions, and if Mew manages to finish a round, which you would think should be a given, but really isn't these days, then it should just be end right here, and it is going to be, let me check, 28-9 in case it finishes on this round. Kezz decides to follow up his 14-5 by being last. Mew decides to follow up his crash by crashing again, because, well, he's a man for order. And Panda and Blitze wave goodbye to a BROS.Red member, because he also decides to say hi to the wall, because he didn't see it for a while and he really misses his derolled relative. With Blitze and Panda finishing and Kezz securing 6th place after Fenrir's mistake, this is the end. 28-9. PNE.Blue moving on to the grand final, and BROS.Red moving on to the 3rd place match. But before we say anything, I just want to shout out BROS.Red for incredible fighting spirit, for an incredible level, for persevering despite technical difficulties, for managing to showcase their best possible level. And I know already that next week fighting against them for third place is going to be one of the hardest matches I can possibly have. All of Bros leave the server almost immediately. Clearly not too satisfied with their performance, but I really don't think they have anything to be ashamed of. I really think this was a great performance from BROS.Red. And I think they need to be shouted out. PNE.Blue as well. Their level was absolutely on par with DTR. It should be a great grand final next week, but consistency clearly leaving some things to be desired. If they can iron that out, though, I think we might have the best grand final we've seen in a while on our hands next week. Be sure to tune in. It won't be me, but it'll be Removic casting. Please be sure to take a look at that. Now we're just going to quickly check if there is anyone out there who is streaming Trackmania right now. Somebody maybe from the NASCAR community who's playing. So we might be able to take a look at them. Is anyone from the NASCAR community live so we can go raid them? Is there anyone? Well, I guess I can just send you all to... I can just send you all to Shiro, honestly. Okay, so how does this work again? Raid Bros Shiro. Okay, so you guys be on your merry way. Go thank Shiro for casting, and I hope you all enjoyed this. See you soon.